We all have known since we were little what the creation story is all about. All the stories we heard about God separating the light and the dark on the first day, to the creation of the human beings, all the way to the day He rested. All these we have heard so many times throughout our life as devoted Catholics. But as children, we actually never really understood the true meaning behind the creation story and its importance to us Christians. But before learning its significance to us, we should first know the different interpretations of the story. These are categorized as literalist, conservative, and liberal. Those Christians that are literalists believe each word the Bible has to say. They also believe that the way the world was created through Genesis 1 and 2 is the actual way of how God made the world. These literalists also reject any scientific theories, like evolution or the Big Bang. On the other hand, those Christians that are conservatives think that the Bible was not written by God. Rather, those writers were inspired by God's actions. Lastly, those Christians that are liberal interpret the Bible metaphorically. They know that the Bible is not perfect, and it has some inconsistencies. These Christians also do not reject scientific theories. What they believe is important is the message of the Genesis account of creation, which is that God created the world and gave humans a special role, status, and purpose in it. For us Christians, we are taught to believe that it was God and His Spirit who created the world out of nothing. This is important because it shows us that God is omnipotent and He is the source of all life. Because of this creation story, we now can believe that the concept of the Holy Spirit has been part of the universe since the creation and even before the beginning of time. John started his gospel with the account of creation, in which he starts with the words, In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. When John mentions the Word, he's actually referring to Jesus, showing us that Jesus was also present during the time of creation. When we see it as a bigger picture, the creation story is very significant for Christians because they indicate that the Trinity has existed since the beginning of time. Another reason why I think that the creation story is important to us Christians is that it shows us that creation is the beginning and the end because it is the message of the Bible. We have the creation, the fall, the redemption, and another creation in times to come. God has created and will also create new things someday. Lastly, the final reason why I think that the creation story is important is because throughout the redemption history, we can see that each story is still emphasized on God's almighty creation power. God is still the one who uses His own strong creation power, and that He is showing that He is the one who is our loving and caring Father. Because He has tasked us, as His children, to fill the world with His glory.